know it's Tuesday. I know we should be over it already. But, guys, I'm still not over the fact that Baltimore got absolutely embarrassed on Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs. And the unfortunate part is this is the third time this season that we've had almost that exact same result. The unfortunate thing about it is all those three losses, well, yeah, they were embarrassing at the end of the game. They all were kind of embarrassing in their own separate little special ways. And after re-looking at the film from Sunday's game, there's so many things that make it even worse than I originally anticipated watching that game in real time. So far through the 2025 schedule, you blew it at the end of that Buffalo game. Up 2 touchdowns with the ball. Week 2, you beat a bad Cleveland team. Good for you. They suck. Week 3, you got bullied at home on Monday Night Football against Detroit and then embarrassed on the road against Kansas City. We're pretty much after the first drive of that game. You did not do anything great for the rest of the day. Whew. Stick around. That's only the start of it. We got a season-long sub-battle going on, so it's time to check into that one. 2,917 for the Ravens rundown, 2,961 for Steelers talk. So they're up about 44 subscribers. Not bad. We can make up that difference, and I bet we can do it today. If you guys have not yet, join us right now by subscribing. It's free to do so. It helps us catch up to Steelers talk. Again, we'll be battling them all season long. I need y'all's help today. So why was it so bad? Number one, I want to talk a little bit about Lamar Jackson's body language. And this is something I've noticed every single game this season. I'm going to show you screenshots from the last 2 games, okay? This one's coming from Detroit, Monday Night Football. At this point, it's 7-7. He's coming off the field on 4th and 3. And he's just upset. He's just complaining. And then, later in the game, you're down just a touchdown. They got stopped on 1st and goal. He looks to Todd Monken or whoever it is on the sideline and kind of starts jawing at him. Starts waving his hands, asking what's wrong. And then yesterday, they come off the field after getting stopped on 4th down, 2 days ago. And, of course, we get the helmet takeoff. And then just right after that, we get the helmet throw. The alarming thing about these ones, especially the one against Detroit, is it's a tie ball game the first time he's complaining. Then you're only down a touchdown the second time he's complaining. And I'm not here asking him to be mute. I know that's unfair. I'm not asking him to be emotionless, okay? If anything, I think it's almost worse to be emotionless. To just sit there absolutely doing nothing, because if you're losing and he's smiling on the sideline, you're going to be upset about that as well, okay? But what I'm saying is Lamar Jackson is the person that these guys are looking to. Everything, it seems, through the first 4 weeks of the season is unraveling right now. It's coming apart at the seams. Lamar Jackson's supposed to be this team's anchor. He needs to be some form of calm, cool, and collected. He's the leader of this team. He goes as they do. If it's Monday Night Football and it's 7-7, it's a tie ball game, and he's already bitching to the sideline about Lord knows what. He's already complaining after you're down 14-7. He's throwing his helmet when you're down 2 scores in the second quarter. Sure, he's mad you turned the ball over, but what do you think that shows to the other guys that are looking at him? Man, it looks like he's given up. It looks like he's pissed off. He has a bad attitude. We should have a bad attitude. I'm just a little bit tired of the body language from Lamar. Again, I love him. He's my favorite professional athlete on the planet. But I need him to step up as a leader in these times where they've got nobody to turn to, okay? I'm also, if I'm being frank with you, a little bit concerned with his contract situation. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but if you've looked at it over the next couple of seasons, including this one, the cap hits are pretty dang big. $43.5 million in 2025. $74.5 million in 2026, $74.5 million in 2027. What I'm saying about that is he's kind of in control of his future right now. Because they're going to want to get an extension done with him sometime this offseason, so that way the cap hit isn't $74.5 million over the next 2 seasons. That's going to happen. if he's upset with some things, God forbid he wants to move on, he'd have a little bit of leverage in that situation. I'm going to knock on wood. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm praying that doesn't happen. But the way his contract's set up, he's kind of got the upper hand right now. Are you concerned about Lamar's future with Baltimore? I kind of feel silly even asking this, but I've seen it a little bit on social media. I'm just trying to get a vibe check. Okay, things seem to be falling apart right now. I'm trying to check in with how you guys are doing. Let me know by giving me a yes or no in the comment section down below. Number 2, this defense is maybe the worst defense ever. And that sounds like I'm speaking hyperbolically. I'm not. Okay, I wish I was. Unfortunately, when I say that statement, it's legitimate. Because the Ravens have allowed 133 points through 4 games this season. That's the most in franchise history through their first 4 games. But Joey, you said they are the worst defense ever. That's only the worst defense in Baltimore Ravens history. I'm not done yet. The Ravens are on pace to allow 565 points in 2025. Which would be the most allowed in the history of the National Football League. And I get it. They played some good offenses. They played some good teams. Still, the pace of 565 points for a season, unacceptable. Unacceptable for a franchise that prides itself on being tough, hard-nosed, punch you in the mouth type of a ball club. That's not this team. That's what they were. That's what they were. The Ravens are the 6th team since the 1970 merger to give up 37 or more points in 3 of their first 4 games. And if you want to know how things fared out for the other 5 teams on that list that now Baltimore joins, well, the 2020 Cowboys, 6-10, missed the playoffs. The 2012 Titans, 6-10, missed the playoffs. 2008 Rams, 2-14, missed the playoffs. 2003 Cardinals, 4-12, missed the playoffs. 1975 Browns, 3-11. You guessed it, they missed the playoffs as well. This is not a list you want to be on. You never want to be on the list with the Browns and the Titans. And that 2020 Cowboys defense was generationally bad. And if you remember back to that 2020 Cowboys defense, they fired their defensive coordinator in the middle of the season. And that brings me to saying this, something needs to change fast. Something has to change fast. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that looks like. Knowing John Harbaugh, I might just be thanking my lucky stars or wishing on my lucky star that something's going to happen. I don't think it's going to, unless this defense continues on this track until like week 12. All I know is you got a guy on staff right now that I'm saying, please, 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 please. Why not? He had the best defense in the history of this franchise when he was at the helm. And I get it. He had some really good football players. But he still has a lot to do with it. Okay? And I just feel like this team needs something new. It needs something fresh. It needs a new voice. It needs a more mature voice in the room than Zach Gore is giving them right now. I'm going to give you guys something amazing. Okay? An awesome deal. If you download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS, you get $50 when you play just $5. And that's code CLNS. Get $50 when you play just $5. You and I make decisions every single day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Josh Allen pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup, only on PrizePicks. Follow other PrizePicks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click, whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab on PrizePicks. We got a big, big, big playoff series tonight, starting with the Red Sox and the Yankees. Give me the more on Garrett Crochet, 7.5 strikeouts. That's a Tennessee Volunteer right there. Give me the more on Masataka Yoshida with half total bases. And then I'll take the more on Max Fried walks allowed. That's a half. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So just like it was last week, I'm going to say the same thing again. The offensive line is a massive problem, and it seems bigger and even more ridiculous this time around. So Baltimore, they were pressured on 14 out of the 27 dropbacks last game, 51.9%. That is the highest pressure rate since week 4 of 2023. Kansas City, of those pressures, of those dropbacks, blitzed on 9 of them. That got 4 pressures. The other 18 snaps, they did not blitz, but they got 10 pressures and 3 sacks. That means they were rushing 18 times on the 27 dropbacks, and they got 10 pressures and 3 sacks on it. And I know we pick on Daniel Faalele a lot. I get that. But it's just so hard not to. Look at this clip right here, okay? Follow along with me. You can see him right there at that right guard spot. He's got nobody, okay? Which isn't a bad thing. I would rather them not try to rush against Daniel Faalele. So what does he do? Okay, I'm going to go help Tyler Linderbaum out. Great thought, Daniel. Okay, so he goes over to number 64 right there. I'm going to help you chip that block. I'm going to help you take that guy out. But what does he do? He hits Tyler Linderbaum. Are you kidding me? You got one job. Block the guys in red. Hit the guys in red. What the hell does Daniel Faalele do? Oh, I'm just going to go hit my teammate. What an idiot. And then that frees up the linebacker. Lamar scrambles out. Probably would have gotten 15 to 20 on this. Ends up barely getting the first down because now that guy is freed up in pursuit, and he makes the play. What is going on, man? Daniel Faalele. This is an every week ordeal. Someone's got to do something. Someone's got to figure it out. I don't know if you need to cut him. I don't know if you need to trade him for a bag of chips. If you do, literally, if they give you Fritos, which is like the worst chip, I'd take him for Daniel Faalele. I'd take a half-eaten bag of Fritos for Daniel Faalele. And a washer machine, okay? Give me that as well. Number 4, some head-scratching play calling, okay? And I think we're actually going to dive a little bit deeper into this later today, but I got to talk about it just in this sense, okay? I love Todd Monken. But I think that this season so far has been a little bit slow for him. I don't think we've seen his best. I don't even think we've seen close to his best. And I think with how much this offense is struggling, some of that has to be on his hands as well. The team can't really figure out Henry. I don't think he's getting enough carries. Like, I get it. He's fumbled in 2 really big spots. I understand that. And I also understand the fact that they've been down a lot. So you're not necessarily in a position to run the football when you're trailing in a football game. But when it's 3rd down or 4th down, and 1 or 2 yards, why would you not put the 250-pound, 6'4" running back in the game? Because right now, snaps on 3rd or 4th down and 1 or 2 yards to go, Justice Hill has 5. Derrick Henry barely more than him with 6. That should be 10 to 1 right there. And it happened happened on Sunday against Kansas City. And I noticed it right when it happened. And I thought it was so stupid. Something's got to get figured out, man. The current state of this team, it seems like it's got a lot to change going forward. If you want to win football games, you got to start making changes soon. That's going to do it for today's show. Make sure you get me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, at JoeyPeterson8, on both of those platforms. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do it. I know I seem a little Debbie Downer. It's hard not to be right now. But I try to be as positive as I can be most days. Good thing is, I bring you guys around 10 videos a week, live shows every Wednesday, watch parties every single game day. This is the best place to be if you love the Baltimore Ravens and you want daily free content.